Stan Smith cannot. What on Rooney! 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 Waar Rooney? Waar Rooney? Ja!
Speelt de bal. Heel goed naar Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
Sports broadcasting is a big part of my life. Every week I tune in to hear a variety of sports, most preferably football. I love the enthusiasm and the emotion that goes into these commentaries, which is what makes it so captivating and intriguing for myself. In this 5-minute passage, I will cover the career of a sports broadcaster who I have listened to since I was little, Tom Ross.
The Goal Zone with Tom Ross.
Tom Ross is the voice of sport in the West Midlands and has been for over 30 years. He is currently the presenter and head of sport on Free Radio. This is him in action.
Burke, he's clipped there, Burke, but he does well. He's played a great ball through to Hancock. Hancock's delivering it. Yes! Yes! 2-0! Matt Green at the far post! Matt Green has rattled it into the net. Fabulous play. Burke out to Hancock. Fantastic ball in by the youngster. And there was Matt Green at the far post to smash it into the net.
We're in here.
It's played in. Here's a chance now, Villa. Villa has surely got to score. Here he goes, Luna. Luna, the fullback. Yes, he scores for Aston Villa. The fullback, who they've christened Tony Moon, has raced through and made it a claret and blue moon for Aston Villa. Headed inside. Here's a chance. Yes! Yes!
The Goal Zone.
With Eli's electronic cigarettes, contain nicotine. Available in a store near you.
Tom's first job in sports broadcasting was with BBC Radio Birmingham, which is now known as BBC WM. He worked under sports editor Tim Russon, and his first game for the BBC was Birmingham vs Ajax in a pre-season friendly. His work at the BBC did not go unnoticed. In 1981, Tony Butler, a BRMB sports editor, offered him a job as a commentator. His first game was Stoke v Blues, which ended in a 0-0 draw. He believed he did a good job, but Tony said, if that's the best you can do, then clear off back to the BBC. Instead of leaving, Tom decided to prove him wrong. When Tony left in the early 80s, Tom was offered the job of head of sport of BRMB. He was quoted as saying, it was the greatest job in the world, fronting the sport on air at BRMB in my hometown of Birmingham.
There's a chance for Burke to finish it. He plays it to it. Yes! Adeyemi signs, seals and delivers Blues into the next round.
His style of presenting and commentary took the station to #1 in the audience ratings in 2004. Tom was quoted saying, if we can't be passionate, enthusiastic and excited about the game we are watching, how can we expect the listener to be?
Finished it in style.
This was until parent company Capital Radio dropped live commentaries due to the cost. However, it was brought back due to the lost audience. Tom then regained the station's place as #1 for local football in the West Midlands.
Absolutely brilliant.
The love of his job was shown further when he was working despite battling cancer in his leg. Tom never had a sickie day for over 30 years and didn't want to start.
Brilliant goal! A moment of brilliance. We have a game on here, let me tell you.
That was the moment we've been waiting for.
What a dream start!
It was a super finish.
They're singing their heads off.
One of the goals of the season.
The Goal Zone with Tom Ross.
The station he has worked at for over 30 years, BRMB, was then sold to Orion Media along with other respected stations. New CEO Phil Riley offered the job of Group Head of Sport to Tom. This has then led Tom to approximately air 250 live commentary games per season. Originally, this covered Wolves, West Brom, Aston Villa, Birmingham City and Coventry. Tom has claimed the change in ownership to be the best thing that has happened to the station since the early 90s. They have revitalised stations, staff and listeners. It's great seeing stations going strength to strength.